It's no use, man. We can't find him.
No luck for me either. I didn't sense anything over there. The fog's so dense it might be affecting my readings. I wish I could do better. I'm sorry.
That Ted. Don't tell me he really went back to his world this time. We told him over and over that he could stay here.
You recall the mysterious dream you had last night. This may be a time for contemplation rather than action. That is what Igor said, but... Okay, wir müssen nicht wirklich antworten. Aber sagen wir mal, lass uns mal drüber nachdenken.
I guess that's all we can do right now. He plays dumb a lot, but he's attached to us deep down. He wouldn't disappear without saying anything, right?
I'm worried for Teddy myself, but let's trust in him and await his return. Right now we must concentrate on the case. It won't be long before Namatame is transferred to another location. We must hurry, or we will miss our only chance to get his perspective on this.
You know, I've been thinking about the case since, but something just doesn't seem right.
Let's quickly review the facts. Of all the victims, only 2 were killed. Miss Yamano the announcer and Saki-san.
Ja, die wurden in der anderen Welt umgebracht. Hier wurde auch noch King Moroka und eventuell Nanako, aber das muss ich ja mal herausstellen.
From the documents we found in the car, we know Namatame had some sort of dealings with them. After that, there were multiple attempted murders in which we were targeted. It was only when he took Nanako-chan that we caught him in the act, identifying his modus operandi in the process.
When I hear you put it like that, sounds like the dude's guilty.
As a result of Namatame's arrest, the police admitted that Mitsuo Kubo was a mere copycat killer.
Back up to yesterday. Remember when you said Namatame didn't have a motive to kill the announcer?
Eben, das macht mich halt auch irgendwie unschlüssig. Warum sollte er seine Affäre umbringen? Generell, er hatte ein Alibi. Warum sollte er sie retten, wenn er ganz woanders war? Und ist sie dann tot? Das ist unlogisch.
That's what's bothering me.
Right. Either he's completely nuts, or we're misunderstanding something.
You lost me.
She's trying to say that if Namatame is sane, then there may be facts in the case we don't know about yet.
Sane or insane? Sounds like a play I saw before.
When he talks about saving people, what does that actually mean? I don't think there's any doubt that it includes kidnapping people and throwing them into the TV.
Could he mean saving them through death? He did call himself a savior, and said that the other side is a wonderful world.
So they'll be saved if they die? What a bunch of crap! The bastard should have gone and saved himself. What do you think, Senpai?
Es ist doch irgendetwas anderes.
If you think about it normally, it's gotta be him. But there ain't nothing normal about that world anyways.
There's something I've been wondering about for a while. When we first encountered him, he said, "You're the ones I saved. Don't worry, I'll save this girl too." So, if he saves people by killing them, did he save us too? Wouldn't he actually have failed to save us?
You raise a good point. If he thinks that salvation comes only through death, his words to us make no sense. And another thing, the Namatame who appeared on the Midnight Channel said he failed to save Nanako-chan.
Also, Moment. Genau, Der Schatten hat gesagt, es ist fehlgeschlagen, dass er Nanako gerettet hat, weil sie zu dem Zeitpunkt schon tot war.
Well, maybe he really was trying to save the victims by putting them inside the TV. Come on, don't get all quiet like that. You guys know I just say the first dumb thing that pops into my head.
The possibility that he truly intended to save us.
But he's still the one who threw in Saki-senpai and that announcer, right? Sure, we haven't nailed down his motives, but that doesn't change the fact that he killed them. Or what? You think someone else was involved? What makes you think so?
The possibility of a culprit besides Namatame. Could there be something that proves this possibility? Dass ich da nichts antworten muss, macht mich wahnsinnig. Warte, lasst mich mal kurz überlegen. In Namatames Tagebuch stand eben die Reporterin und Saki. Der Copycat-Murderer. Moment. Der Copycat-Murderer. Er hat zwar Moroka umgebracht, aber er ist auch in den Fernseher gegangen. Wieso? Der Warning Letter, es hätte gut Namatame sein können, müsste er aber nicht. Und Misuzu Hiragis Alibi. Was hat die damit zu tun? Ich sag mal der Copycat Murderer.
So you're saying Mitsuo did it? Dude,
nee.
Mitsuo was the original killer. Why the hell did he do such a half-assed job of copying himself later?
Nee. Also nicht, dass er es getan hat, sondern dass er wie Namatame praktisch einen Boss hatte. Weil sonst würde er ja nicht wissen, wie man in die TV-Welt kommt.
Come on, we all agreed that his confession was a fake. He didn't do all that stuff. You gotta think things through before you open your mouth, man.
Sagen wir mal Hiragis Alibi.
Her alibi? Wasn't it airtight right from the beginning? How could she kidnap people and throw them into TVs if she's out of the...
Jetzt muss ich da irgendetwas Richtiges. Sagen wir halt das Tagebuch von Namatame.
But that points straight at Namatame. Come on, man.
Boah! Letzte Möglichkeit.
Warning letter. Oh yeah. Whatever happened to that thing?
If Namatame's the killer, he must have been the one who wrote it, right?
Let's review them.
You recall the first warning letter said, "Don't rescue anymore." And the second one said, "If you don't stop this time, someone close will be put in and killed."
Yes, that's right.
Isn't that kinda odd? Would someone who thinks he's saving people by killing them write stuff like, "Don't rescue or kill"?
Yeah, and the "will be put in and killed" part doesn't make sense either. If the killer was writing it, wouldn't it be more like, "I'll put in and kill"?
Hey, could this mean...
Namatame hat es nicht geschrieben.
Yeah. It's almost like someone else wrote this letter.
But only the killer would write such a letter and deliver it to Dojima-san's house, right? If someone else wrote it, that could only mean...
Dear God. Since this is such an unusual case, I was absolutely convinced that other than the Kubo incident, there was one culprit.
But Namatame really was trying to save his victims?
Everything is exactly the opposite of what it first seemed. In Namatame's parlance, failing would have been the first 2 cases when the victims died. If he had used his method twice and failed both times, he would hardly have continued using the TV. And yet he did. It all seems to suggest that someone else wrote this warning letter while observing the entire case.
Someone else?
Den Verdacht, den ich jetzt ich glaube, das war jetzt von jetzt aus gesehen schon letzte Folge, der verdichtet sich immer mehr. Ich habe ihn noch nicht ausgesprochen.
It wasn't Namatame that killed Saki-senpai and the announcer?
Moment, ich stelle jetzt mal eine Theorie auf. Also diese Person, an die ich denke, also ich sage jetzt noch nicht den Namen, er hat gar keinen getötet. Er hat aber Namatame eine Gehirnwäsche oder nur eingeredet, dass er die Leute rettet, indem er die Leute in den Fernseher wirft. Namatame dachte sich, okay, er tut etwas Gutes und macht halt das, was er sagt. Und hat halt die Reporterin und Saki-senpai in den Fernseher geworfen. Als sie dann gestorben sind, hat er gedacht, also hat Namatame gedacht, er hat es nicht geschafft, sie zu retten. Hat aber nicht aufgehört und hat die anderen entführt. So. Als dann nach und nach immer mehr gerettet wurden, hat diese eine Person, also keine Ahnung wer das, also ich habe einen Verdacht, aber ich sage mal nicht den Namen, und hat dann praktisch einen zweiten dazu beauftragt, nämlich eben diesen diesen Highschool-Schüler. Weiß es gar nicht, wie der mehr heißt. So. Den hat er gezeigt, wie man Leute in den Fernseher wirft. Gut. Das hat er aber nicht gemacht. Er wurde dann geschnappt. So. Das ist jetzt die Geschichte.
We can't say for certain yet. We urgently need to speak with Namatame face to face.
You all work together to take another step toward the truth. The Seekers of Truth social link has reached level 2.
How though? After what happened yesterday, they said they're gonna tighten security.
I have a plan. But there's no time to waste. Let's hurry to the hospital.
Hey, this place is off limits.
I'm a consultant with the police. I'd like a few words with Namatame-san. May I go in?
This is Unit 252, requesting confirmation on an ID. Name of Naoto Shirogane. Huh? Ah, understood. I see. Well, you're on the list.
Wie? Egal, wird sie wahrscheinlich schon bald sagen.
I can give you a few minutes, but I'll have to record your conversation with him for security purposes. Not that I expect you'll get anything coherent out of the guy. He's been spouting nothing but gibberish.
I'd like him to accompany me as well. He has no identification, but this is an emergency situation, and he's here in Detective Dojima's stead.
Huh? Detective Dojima sent him? I wasn't informed of this.
I'll vouch for his identity.
Well, I guess it's better than dealing with the man himself. We have our hands full with the transport procedures, so the last thing we need is Detective Dojima running wild. Detective Adachi is busy somewhere too. This is Unit 252. Huh? I see.
Has something happened?
There's something about a suspicious object out in the lobby.
Well then, this works out nicely. You should back up your colleagues downstairs. We'll keep watch over Namatame-san. A disturbance in a hospital lobby, after all. It sounds serious.
If anything happens, hit the nurse call button. I'll leave the rest to you.
Understood. Please be careful. I knew they were undermanned, but I didn't expect it to go this smoothly.
Wow.
There's nothing much inside that suspicious object, so he won't be gone long.
All right, and now's our chance to talk to Namatame.
Namatame-san, there's something we'd like to ask you. It's tempting to think that you were the culprit behind this entire case. And to be honest, there are many in this town who hope you are. But we are here to learn the truth. So please, answer our questions.
Huh?
It seems that he understands what you're saying. What should you ask him? Who do you throw in first? Wen hast du als erstes hineingeworfen?
Huh? Me?
Also doch, wusste ich's. Also, ich war nicht ganz korrekt. Ich dachte, dass er auch die anderen beiden Mädchen hineingeworfen hat. Aber die hat er nicht geschafft zu retten. Sondern bei Yukiko war es die erste. What should I ask him? Hast du die zwei Mädchen umgebracht?
They were killed. I couldn't save them.
Is saving killing people?
No. If nobody saves them, they'll be killed. That's why I put them in there.
Then tell me if my estimation is correct so far. After discovering the Yamano and Konishi incidents, you realized an appearance on the Midnight Channel meant certain death. Thus, to save her from that fate, you kidnapped Yukiko Amagi. You couldn't let her be killed, so you threw her into the TV, preventing the killer in this world from reaching her. And you repeated the process, as more individuals appeared on the Midnight Channel. It all falls into place. His body is weak, but his mind is sound. He's trying to tell us the truth.
Yeah, but if the stuff he's saying is true...
There's another killer who murdered the first two victims?
Indulge us in a few more questions.
Wer hat die ersten zwei umgebracht?
I have no idea. I want to know that too.
Warum bist du in den Fernseher gegangen?
I didn't know. I never thought it would be that kind of place.
Warum die Warning Letters, also Warnbriefe. Obwohl er sie gar nicht geschrieben hat.
What are you talking about?
As I thought.
You believe me? Did they find him? Did they find the one who did such cruel things? Mayumi.
Please calm down. Our ability to find the culprit rests on you. We know about the other world. In fact, we're the only ones who can fully understand what you have to say.
Only you?
We did blame you for everything at first. But now I think we can accept whatever you got to tell us as truth.
Please, tell us everything you can, calmly and slowly.
You're willing to listen? Do my story?
So, und jetzt wird's aufgedeckt.
All right.